Hello, and welcome back to Lychee Pink Planner. Well, I am shooketh. I had completely different plans of what I was going to do with this week's Plan With Me, and then RuPaul's Drag Race UK Season 2 Episode 4 happened, and I just had to discuss this. So I'm going to talk about some bits and pieces while I'm doing some planning, because I'm just shooketh. I actually need a sip of tea.
The tea is exceptionally good today.
Because, woo, what happened this week? Well, it was incredible. It was emotional, and let's just leave it there while I just take a sip, and then I'll be back with you. Oh, big sip of hot Vimto, just what we need. So, I am planning for week commencing the 8th of February. So in theory, I should have got this out by Saturday. So it's the coming Monday for you. Onward and upwards while I talk about what happened at RuPaul's Drag Race. As many of you will know, RuPaul's Drag Race was filmed last year. I'm not exactly sure of the time scale, whether it was the early part of the lockdown. I believe they actually started kind of like filming around about February time. If I've got that wrong, there'll be an asterisk and something go over the screen now. So while they were going back and forth in between things, there was obviously periods where I believe they were sent home because of the stay-at-home notice, etc. So filming took longer than expected this year. Now, there are some amazing queens. Let's be honest, every single RuPaul's Drag Race, regardless if it's Canada, America, the UK, they are all absolutely fantastic. Last year's winner, the Vivienne, the Vivienne and her Donald Trump impressions, amazing. In fact, I have even named my car after Vivienne. My car is called the Vivienne because the power that Vivienne portrayed was just yes. And if a car could be Vivienne, my car would definitely be Vivienne. In this year's, there is a wonderful array of drag queens. One of them is from my home city of Norwich, and that is, now get ready for this name. That name is just iconic. There is other queens in there, for example, I'm going to say it exactly how they say it, Lance Cheney.
Lawrence Cheney. Hi.
Lance Cheney is definitely coming through as a high contender this year for a winner. There is another drag queen there called Veronica.
Hello world, my name's Veronica Green.
I think Veronica is the one that you're going to have to watch. I think Veronica and Lawrence Cheney are probably the top contenders at the moment, but as we know, it all changes. Now, what I wanted to talk about, and as you can see, I've talked about, and I haven't done any planning. Right, come on. So, it got all the way through, and there was some very touching scenes. I can't talk and plan. I can't do it. Right, concentrate here. So, I'm going to try and use stickers from the Homebody Seasonal, from the original Homebody, but in the mini, because I've gone from a mini-sized planner to a classic, so I'm determined to use some of these. And then Farmhouse. Farmhouse is one of the classic ones that I really love, but I never really utilised it. Why? Because I loved it so much. How silly is that? Absolutely ridiculous. I'm going to have a look through Homebody Seasonal first and see if there's anything I can do for this week. So while I'm concentrating on this, I'm probably going to just sit here quietly because I can't talk about Drag Race and this. How pathetic is that I can't seem to be able to do that? Or shall we try? Yeah, come on, let's try. So they got all the way through, and it got through to elimination. Now, the elimination was between Sister and Ginny Lemon.
Lemony.
Ginny Lemon has definitely been quite a strong character during RuPaul's Drag Race. Maybe not as strong as some of the other characters, but strong as in quite unique and different. Ginny Lemon isn't what you would call one of the beauty drag queens, because you often get those that aren't into necessarily the full beat. They go almost like full camp.
I know. Well, get on with it.
So they really kind of like accentuate the comedy aspect of drag, whereas some go for the full beauty. And it's, when you look and you actually go, wow, absolutely stunning. I'm not saying the others aren't stunning, but you can kind of like see the difference. Ginny in that respect was very, very unique. Ginny Lemon is also quite an established drag queen in her own right, and has done live shows. I'm not sure how I feel about Sister Sister in the competition, because I feel that Sister Sister was one of these drag queens who seems to be very, very good at projecting other people's flaws as for a reason for why they haven't done very well. So it then got to the end, and Ginny Lemon was in the bottom with Sister Sister. Now, you may or may not know this, depending on if you watch the Drag Race. It gets to the end, and they have to
Lip sync for your life.
And I always love what Rue says.
And don't it up.
I love it. That needs to be a slogan for life. Just try not to it up. And then the music comes on. And they're all getting ready. And you see the two standing there. And then Ginny Lemon starts. Kisses outwards towards the judges, and she walks off stage. She completely and utterly allowed Sister Sister to take it. She bowed out. And that for me was the most graceful and beautiful thing that I have seen on television in a long time, especially in a show such as RuPaul's Drag Race, because it is so competitive and it can sometimes bring out not necessarily the worst in people, but it certainly brings out that competitive adrenaline. I am going to win, because there's obviously, rewards and things at the end of it, not necessarily cash prizes, but it certainly goes on to elevate their careers. And Ginny Lemon just gracefully walked off. Ginny had made the decision that she was going to allow Sister Sister to go through. And it really touched me.
What the
Ginny Lemon, fancy a slice, has left the building. She Bendel crammed herself.
Because that was such a beautiful act. And I hope that Ginny is recognised for that, because that does not happen often. Many people get so obsessed with wanting to be first. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. It brought a tear to my eye, because I thought, this is what we all need. Some kindness, some compassion, putting other people first, but also being proud of ourselves and know when we are at our limits, and not being afraid to say, I bow out. That doesn't mean that you lose, and it doesn't mean that you are a loser, and it doesn't mean that what you have done up until that point is completely null and void. It was beautiful, and I adored that moment. For me, that was television gold. So, my message to Ginny, if you should ever be watching this, from a fellow fibromyalgia warrior as well, love you and love that. And we need more Ginny Lemons in this world. Now, I really need to get on with this planning. I think what I might actually now kind of like do is do this, skip forward this bit for you.
Tumble out of bed and I stumble to the kitchen, pour myself a cup of ambition and yawn and stretch and try to come to life. Jump in the shower and the blood starts pumping. Out on the streets the traffic starts jumping with folks like me on the job from 9 to 5. Working 9 to 5, what a way to make a living. Barely getting by, it's all taking and no giving. They just use your mind and they never give you credit. It's enough to drive you crazy if you let it. 9 to 5 for service and devotion. You would think that I would deserve a fair promotion. Want to move ahead, but the boss won't seem to let me. I swear sometimes that man is out to get me. They let you dream just to watch him shatter. You're just a step on the boss man's ladder, but you got dreams he'll never take away. In the same boat with a lot of your friends, waiting for the day your ship will come in and the tide's gonna turn and it's all gonna roll your way.
Oh, look at that, beautiful. My mum sent me some flowers in the post. This week's spread is going to be more functional. I've got a lot of things that I need to add in here for homeschooling, and I need to do a list. So you're going to see kind of like the bare minimum on the typing and the decoration, because it needs to be a lot more functional this week. But I am dedicating a small little area here to Ginny herself. So I looked in the gardening, and of course I had to find the lemons because of Jenny Lemon, and there was a particular sticker that I remembered, and I was like, yeah, that sums it up. And it is, look, let's root for each other and watch each other grow. There we go. And there's an ode to Ginny Lemon herself. Yeah. There we go. And so, do good and good will come to you. And I'm wondering, where can I put this one? If I could, I would almost get rid of the focus on you. I wonder. F you. Whoops. That needs to go. Okay, quick, find some lemons.
It doesn't hurt me. Do you wanna feel how it feels? Do you wanna know that it doesn't hurt me? Do you wanna hear about the deal they're making?
I'm back, and I had to charge my sprocket again, even though last time I charged it. It does not hold a charge very well. HP. Literally, I can print 2 or 3 things, put it away in my drawer, and then the next week I want to print something. Gone. Not working. Little money saving tip for you all. Keep your HP smart cards, because you don't have to use HP Zinc papers in your HP Zinc printer. No. All you need to do is whichever ones that are currently on offer or cheap. This is obviously a Canon one. All you need to do is undo that. Oh, see, I couldn't work on QVC. There we go. Just look at the way that the current card is. Take that away. Put Put the HP one there. Obviously I've got some cards already loaded in here. They're Canon ones, and you can see I've already printed them. It's still turned on. So this will now think that I'm putting in a fresh set. Watch, ready? And it will read the card. Oh dear, look. We've got a Vimto on the worktop. We'll just cover that up for a moment, look. All gone. There we go, and it just comes out. You can now discard this one. I'm going to put these ones back in here for next time. And I'm going to put the current card back in there. So when I want to use this pack, because these were on special offer online, these ones worked out to be like £5 a packet, whereas the HP ones, although they are one of the most competitive, sometimes they are not always the cheapest. And then all you do is run it through and they come out exactly the same. It's just different brands. On with a little bit of tidying and typing. And squeaky chairs.
2 hours later.
So that's me for the week. I need to put my flour back over there to cover my little Vimto stain. So, in the famous words of RuPaul,
Sashay away.
greasy hair in shot. So, oh dear, look, we've got Vimto on the worktop. Come on, I don't want to have to do a spit wash on camera.
Rude.
And remember, if you can't love yourself, how in the hell are you gonna love somebody else? Can I get an amen up in here? Amen! All right, now let the music play.